This episode is all about audio. It's time to make some noise. Hi, welcome to SnapShot, the show that's all about taking better photos, taking better video. I'm your host, Denis Rule, and first off, I'd like to apologize. It's been a long time since our last episode. Our viewership has grown quite a bit on YouTube here, and I'd like to say that we are working on our next episode as we speak, so it won't be as long for the next one. But in this episode, we've got another great tutorial for you using speedlights. We have a dancer that we're going to be photographing outdoors using 1, 2, and 3 speedlights, so we'll show you that transition, so stick around for that one. And we've got a great new product that I'd like to introduce from Rode. It's a wireless microphone. Check it out. The secret to good video is to have good audio. And here's a new product from Rode. It's called the Link. It's a 3-part system. It includes the microphone, the transmitter, and the receiver, which is on top of the camera. Check out the difference when I use the built-in microphone. So this is using the built-in microphone on the Nikon D750. You can still hear me, but the audio isn't quite as clear and it's not quite as crisp. With this system, you have continuous, constant audio. No matter how close or how far I am from the camera, the audio quality is the same, which turns your production to professional level instantly. Let's check out as I put this through the test, and we'll make a comparison using this unit here with a generally more expensive unit from Sennheiser. We'll do some side-by-side tests, and then we'll go into the studio and we'll take a closer look at the 2 units side by side, and we'll talk about their features. Okay, so here I am. We're indoors. We're in a Sportsplex facility here in Ottawa, and I'm wearing the Link on my belt. I checked my smartphone. There are 5 Wi-Fi hotspots in the area, roughly 15 feet away from the camera, and I'm going to walk back and we'll see how it does. So we'll go another 15 feet here, roughly 30 feet away from the camera, and I think we've got full audio, and we'll just carry on. Now I'm roughly 50 feet away from the camera, perhaps a little bit more. I didn't quite measure it out on the floor, but we still have full audio. Roughly 100 feet away, and still good clean audio. We've got some computer desks happening around here, some arena, lots of wiring, lots of TV monitors around me above my head, which you can't see from here in the camera. Now roughly 125 feet away from the camera, and we still have good clean audio. I'm actually starting to walk up behind a beam, so we're going to have some steel, reinforcement steel. I'm next to a handrail here, roughly about 160 feet away from the camera. And we still have audio, and we'll see where it starts to break up here. And it seems to be still fine. I'm getting a good signal from my cameraman saying everything's good. He's telling me to back up, and as I back up, we still have some audio. I'm roughly about 190 feet away now, and just trying to see James through the camera here. Do we still have audio, James? Are we still good? 1, 2, 3. I'm getting a thumbs up sign, and I think when we did our initial testing, we start to break up somewhere around here. And so there you have it. At roughly 190 feet, the audio starts to go bad. So that's pretty good for an indoor location. Again, lots of reinforcement steel behind the concrete. That's the Rode Link, and my first initial test. So here's the exact same test with the Sennheiser, again on my belt here. One thing we should note, and we haven't mentioned it before, the Link system works on 2.4 gigs, and it constantly searches for a free channel and readjusts itself. The Sennheiser system works on a bank of preset channels in the UHF frequency, which is somewhere in the 512 megahertz range. So we've set a frequency, we found a clear frequency here. We're not going to get into the setup. You can check out some videos on that here on YouTube. We'll even post some links on how to set up the Sennheiser if that's what you're looking for. But here we are, roughly at about 25 feet, and we'll just start walking away from the camera. About 50 feet away, and still should have good audio. Here we are roughly 75 feet away, and I'm starting to get into the area where I have TV monitors, a computer station, and we're starting to come near all the wiring that goes to the hockey arena, which is here on my left, your right. A little bit further away, now roughly 100 feet away, and we still have good audio. Roughly 125 feet away, and I'm getting an all clear signal that we still have good audio. So here we are at about 150 feet away, and again I've got a beam up ahead above my head, so we're getting into a little bit more rebar, a little bit more interference. We have the metal handrail here on the side, and I'm looking for a sign that we have good audio, and everything's good. So we're backing up, and still getting good audio at roughly 175 feet away, and I'm getting a good sign to back up 175 feet away. This is where the Rode Link had a problem, and we seem to be fine here. So here I am, roughly 200 feet away. So here I am, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We got audio. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay, so we're roughly about the same distance away from the Rode system. At about 180 feet is where the audio starts to break up. So the two systems are very, very comparable as far as distance and interference here indoors. This one here not relying on Wi-Fi as much because I didn't have to worry about hotspots and things like that. But there you have it, side-by-side comparison. We're not really testing audio quality here, but just wanted to get an idea of distance and the quality. So there you have it, and let's go to the outdoor test next. Okay, so here we are, we're outdoors, we're in a storage yard, and you can see some RVs and some trailers around me. What we've done here is we've tested for Wi-Fi networks with our smartphone. We found no networks here at all, so we're just going to do a clear distance test. It's a bit windy. I didn't put the fuzzy windscreen because I want to be able to compare the Rode's unit that I'm holding right now with the Sennheiser unit, and I want you to have the exact same wind interference. I don't want to skew one test over the other. We are going to do that test in the studio shortly. So here I am at 10 paces away from the camera, roughly 30 feet or 10 meters thereabouts. We'll measure things off in paces to keep it simple. Here we are, 10 paces, and we've got good audio. Here I am at 20 paces. I've got a thumbs up from James. We didn't change the zoom because I want you to get an idea of the distance. 30 paces away, and I've got a thumbs up. At 40 paces, we still have a thumbs up. Everything is good. 50 paces away, and everything is good. And you can already see that, you know, this is a pretty long distance. You would not normally use a microphone this far away from the camera, but here I am at 60 paces, and everything looks good. At 70 paces, we still have a thumbs up from James. Now, you may hear the microphone cut in and out a little bit. We noticed that on the previous test on the indoors. And what happens with the Rodes, and here we are at, what was that? I think that's 80 paces. And what happens with the Rodes is if it starts to lose connection, it'll automatically look for a different frequency. It'll switch. And so sometimes you may get a little interruption. Here I am at 90 paces, and everything is good. Thumbs up. And this is kind of amazing. This is 100 paces, and we've got it cutting out. So I come back to 90. Coming back to 90, hopefully everything has found itself, and there it is. I'm gonna ask James to zoom in. 90 paces, 90 yards. We're talking 300 feet or a little over 100 meters. That's pretty amazing. So if James is zoomed in, I'll walk in a little bit towards the camera and you can get an idea of how far that exactly was. So we'll cut it right here. We'll go to the Sennheiser and we'll make a comparison and see how it does. Okay, the wind has come up quite a bit. I'm not using a wind filter, so you're going to hear some rumbling. I want to remind you that we're not comparing the two microphones side by side, only wanting to do a distance test. I'm at 10 paces away from the camera, roughly 30 feet or 10 meters, and we'll take a walk and see how far we can get with the Sennheiser EW 100 G3. So let's go. Here we are at 20 paces, and we still have good audio. James is giving me the thumbs up. At 30 paces now, and still have a thumbs up. The audio seems to be good. Here we are at 40 paces, everything is good. 50 paces, all is good. We've got a thumbs up from James. Now it's 60 paces, and I've got a thumbs up, everything is good. Wind seems to be dying down, so hopefully you won't be hearing as much rumbling. And here I am at 70 paces, and a thumbs up from James. And now it's actually getting hard for me to see James because I'm getting a little further away at 80 paces, and James is giving me a thumbs up that the audio is good. And here comes that wind again. Now at 90 paces. At 90 paces, a lot of wind noise, but James gives me a thumbs up. The audio is, or the audio signal to the camera is still very good. Now at 100 paces, and I'm waiting to get a thumbs up, and I do, I've got it. James is monitoring the audio through the headphones from the camera so that I can know exactly when things start to cut out. Here we are at 110 paces, and seeing if the audio is still good, and it is, we have a thumbs up. At 110 paces, I actually stopped measuring there. So here we are at 120 paces away, and James is giving me a thumbs up. We'll keep going here. At 130 paces away, seeing if we have audio, 130 paces, and I have a thumbs up. So it seems to be all right. James is trying to figure out the wind noise away from the maybe possible broken up audio. And here I am at 140 paces. I'm pretty much at the extent of the yard, 140 paces, and I have a thumbs up. Now I'm not exactly sure how good the quality is at this point. I'm going to assume that it's good because I've got the thumbs up. I'll get James to zoom in. I'm pretty much at the full extent of the zoom on the camera. And as I start walking backwards, or walking back towards the camera, you can see that that's a pretty far distance. Even where we were with the Rodes, which is at this distance here, it's still quite a bit difference. Now I'm back at 90 paces, and you can see that this is a long way to have a wireless microphone. You wouldn't be conducting an interview this way, I assure you. So let's go into the studio and let's check out the feature per feature on both units, and then you'll be able to decide which one is right for you. So here it is. This is the Rode Link system. It comes with three main components, as we mentioned a little bit earlier. The transmitter, which you wear on your belt. It's got a metal belt clip here. It also has a screw adapter so that you could put this hot shoe adapter on it. I'm not sure why you'd want to put a hot shoe adapter on the transmitter pack, but the adapter is included. You have the receiver pack. Now the receiver pack has the hot shoe adapter on the back of it, so this is going to go on top of your camera. You would plug in your output here. It comes with a cable. It's a TRS cable, which will fit onto most of the DSLRs. So it'll fit right into the microphone input. and a lot of the video cameras as well. There's a USB power jack here, so you can power this by USB if you're going to be using it for a long time. Not sure if there's going to be updates available. I didn't actually read the instructions that deeply, so I can't answer that question at this time. There is a mute function and there's a channel selection so that you can actually manually set up a channel. I would imagine it would be very, very handy when you're using two of the units, maybe in an interview section. Opens up very, very easily. Oh, by the way, there is a belt clip here, or you could attach this to a camera strap or maybe a bracket. Pushing the button back here allows you to slide the back open. And there's very, very simple. You've got a dB selector. So 0 dB is the default, minus 10, minus 20. I guess if you are using a preamp that is too sensitive, you can tone down the amount of output coming out of the jack here. Now there's also a pairing button here, a link button. Now that exists as well on the transmitter pack. It opens the same way. You push the little button and slide the lever over. And here you have, again, pretty much the same connections, a link button, so you can pair the two units, a 0 dB gain minus or plus 10 and plus 20. So if you're looking for more sensitivity out of your microphone, that will give it to you. Now, also included is the instructions. Have to say they're kind of vague. There's a few languages in here, so I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it. The system is very, very intuitive. When you turn it on, it self-pairs, and it's very, very simple. You just pop on the transmitter. It'll tell you the channel. You pop on the receiver. It comes up with a little searching. You can see the little icon saying that it's searching for the network, checking out what's available, and all of a sudden we have transmit, receive on channel 1, and we're set to go. So it's very, very simple, very easy to set up. And then of course the microphone comes in this great little pouch, and the microphone has, well, it's the Rode Lav, so if you're familiar with it, you're going to, well, it's exactly that microphone. So the little pouch, you get the little wind fuzzy, which I found to be very, very effective, especially outdoors on, well, on the very first shoot. It was actually very windy when we did the DSLR stuff. Very, very nice. The microphone comes with the TRS adapter. There's also these two little spanners, so you can put that on. I'm not going to go too far into detail on that, but you can see that if you are a lav user, you'll know all about that. And there's different ends that you can get for this for different applications. The cord itself, roughly 1 meter long, and it comes also with the little windscreen foamy or the pop filter, and the microphone is quite small, and of course the microphone clip comes off. You could actually tape that on the clothing or in behind your clothing to hide the microphone. Very, very small and very easy to do. A very impressive little microphone. So we'll do some audio tests here very, very shortly. The TRS connector is got a screw type, so that when you're putting that into the receiver, you can screw it in and it won't pull out accidentally. Very, very nice. The unit is made of plastic. It's a good quality plastic. It feels all right. I find it's a little big, but you know, for the price, it works really, really well. And it's fine to put on a belt pack, put it in behind you. You're not going to see it. And of course, you can move the microphone up inside. So there you have it. That's the Rode Link in a nutshell. Now, I'd like to make a comparison so you guys can get an idea of the differences between this one and the Sennheiser G3. Here's the G3 pack. It's metal, okay, except for the little plastic door for the batteries. The setup, a little bit more complicated, but it's not super overwhelming. But here's the size difference. You can take a peek there, and you know, there's a few $100s difference here and a lot of ease of use. So I think this is a really good contender. Also, the quality here is excellent. One last thing that I should mention is that the Sennheiser microphone has very, very similar features. It has a little pop filter. And it doesn't come with a case, so I use this little jewelry case here to keep mine in. One of the features on this one, and I've seen people complain about it on YouTube, and to me it's not a problem at all. This is a very long cord, a little over 1 meter. And the really neat thing about this one is with the pack, you can actually hide this a lot easier. You can actually put the pack down in your sock and bring the microphone down through or the wire down through your clothing. And you know, it's a little bit easier, especially if you have an actor that you're trying to mic. Now, the differences here, the little pop filter, it's effective for pops. The microphone is quite a bit bigger, okay? A little bit shorter, but quite a bit thicker. And it doesn't come with the windscreen. So there you have it. Those are the main differences between the two units. And also there's a number of hundreds of dollars. I actually checked the pricing at a local camera store, and I was actually surprised that this one here is quite a bit more expensive than the Rode's. And the Rode's is awesome quality. I'm very, very impressed. You know, we saw in the distance test that outdoors, this one went a little bit further, but really it's not a factor because how often would you be that far away from the camera? I can't even think of a single scenario. So there you have it. That's that system. So let's do an audio test and check out, see what the quality is down here in the studio. We'll be right back. Okay, so now we've gone from the boom mic, which is above my head. It's actually a Rode NT-G2 shotgun mic, and we've gone to the Rode Link. So you can hear the difference there. You can hear the quality of the audio. This microphone is very, very nice quality. It'd be great for interview sessions, great for outdoor monologues and all kinds of things. Of course, you know, as I mentioned, it comes with the little fuzzy, which is really, really great for outdoors. Right now I'm using the pop filter, and the microphone is roughly this far away from my mouth. So there's the audio quality from the Rode Link, and very, very fast, easy to set up. So there you have it. Let's compare it to the Sennheiser. So here we are. This is the Sennheiser unit. Microphone's about the same distance, clipped to my shirt here. I guess I picked the wrong color shirt, black microphone on a black shirt, but you get the idea. Radio-wise, no difference whatsoever, really. Our tests were very unscientific. Indoors, we found that they were within a few feet of each other as far as range. Outdoors, this one here maybe went a little bit further, but in all honesty, would you be that far away from the camera? I certainly wouldn't. So there really is no difference there. And you make your choice based on the price, and you make your choice based on what audio quality you like the best. And there is a bit of a difference. I'll let you guys be the judge as to which one you prefer. So at this time, I'd like to say thank you to Rode for sending us this unit. I want to put full disclosure, we're not sponsored by Rode at this time. Rode sent it to us so that we could test it and show you guys what it does. And so I'd like to say a big thanks to Rode for that. And I hope you guys found this test useful and helpful in helping you make a choice on which lavalier wireless system that you think you'll need for your kit. I know that I certainly want to have one of these in mind. So there you have it. Okay, so we're on location. We're going to do a sunset shot with flash. I want to go back to the last segment for a moment. One thing that I didn't talk about was this adapter. We're using a dedicated video camera. The camera that I'm using on this shoot is an XF100. It's made by Canon, and it uses an XLR connector. Now, the Rode Link, the transmitter part, has a TRS output. So this adapter is not included with the Link, but it's not a big deal. They cost about $15, and I bought one at a local audio store. So we got a TRS, and we have the XLR here. So this plugs into the video camera, and this plugs into the Rode Link, and that's how you get your audio into the camera. All right, enough of that. Okay, we're going to do a sunset shot. We're near the water, we're near the river. There's a berm here, and the camera's actually at the top of the berm. I'm standing below. I'm going to get James to pan over towards the other vantage point, and you see the lighting and you see the river. So the idea is to have the dancer at the top of the berm. I'm going to be over on this side below the berm, taking the shot with a long lens. I'm hoping to get a few more clouds coming into the shot, and we're going to get a lot of coloring happening. Let's talk about the lighting. The lighting we're going to use is small flash. We're going to use Speedlights. And this is the Firefly Duo, and it is made by Aurora Lite Bank. I've got it mounted on a boom stand. We'll tighten things up as soon as we're getting ready. But inside the Duo, we have a deflector plate. The deflector plate acts pretty much like a beauty dish. Inside here, we have two Speedlights. With the Speedlights, we're going to capture the dancer in movement in the top. With the two Speedlights, it gives me more volume. We'll show you that it does work with just one. We're going to do the shot with just one Speedlight. And then we'll add the second one in, get more volume of light, a little bit more intensity. All right, so that's our main light. Okay, so we're going to introduce a third light later on in the shot. We're going to show you the progression. This is another Firefly. This is the Firefly 2. This is a 26-inch. It's not quite as deep, but it has the one Speedlight. Now I have some videos online on the Firefly, both the Duo or the Duet and the Firefly 2, and you can check those out and see exactly how easy they are to set up. But in order to save time in this episode, we're just going to do the setup. So we're going to do the one flash, two, that being both of them in the Duet, and then we're going to add some fill with this one. We'll show you the progression. One more time. All right, I've got the sun behind me. We've got the camera set. You can see that I'm in silhouette. I'm totally dark faced because I'm against the light. So when Shayna comes across and does her jump, we're going to light her with the flash, and that's how we're going to get our full face. So as I test the shot here, at ISO 100, I'm at f6.3. So we're going to move that up a little bit. And I'm actually going to go to ISO 400. The flashes are set at 1/4 power. At ISO 400, I'm at 12.7. f12.7 at this spot right here. Actually, at this spot right over the feather, I'm at f10. So we're going to go with that. Now, we're going to show you a little trick a little bit later on where we're going to change the color of the light, but that's coming shortly. Okay, so we have to work fast. Our sun's starting to go down. We've got the wonderful magenta clouds that we're looking for. So we're going to have one light on in the Duet. The Firefly Duet only has one Speedlight on. So we're going to take a shot and we'll see what it looks like. Ready, Shayna? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So you can see from this shot that we've got some light going on her body, but it's not full volume. So we're going to turn on the second flash in that unit, and that's just going to give us a bigger spread of light. Ready, Shayna? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And so now we see that we've got a lot more volume of light around her body. So what we're going to do now is turn on a third light. We're going to bring in the fill light, and I'm actually going to get to a lower vantage point, and we're going to put her right in midair. Ready, Shayna? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. She's in midair, she's frozen, but our clouds don't really have a whole lot of definition. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some gels, and we'll do a closer take on the gels after. We're losing our light, so we'll do our gels first, and then we'll come back and we'll show you exactly what it's all about. The guys are setting up the gels in the light. So what we're going to do in the camera is we're going to change our white balance. And I've had the white balance in on automatic all this time. Actually, sorry, I've had it on flash all of this time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to tungsten. And by adding the gel, we have a color shift. Our flashes are going to fire in tungsten light, our camera's going to register it in tungsten light, but our clouds haven't changed temperature. They're somewhere much brighter or much warmer, so we're going to get some really interesting color shifts here. And 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Oh, that is awesome. It's spectacular. All right. So there you have it. A simple, not really a simple, but it is a 1, 2, 3 shot. And we've got an amazing image to show for it. So let's do one last take. We'll take a look at what we've done with the gel so that you can understand it. So here's our warming gel. It's quarter CTO, color temperature orange, and all of the flashes have this little diffuser. And the easiest way to put the gel on is just to lift the diffuser and pop the gel in behind. That's all you need to do, and that way we've gelled the light. So now the flash is firing at a different color temperature. So it's actually equal to, well, almost tungsten lighting. And if I adjust my camera, I get that warm feeling, I get the warm light on Shayna, and I get the sky to change colors completely. So there you have it. It's as simple as that, using a colored gel on your flash for outdoor photography. Big thanks to Shayna Murray.
Thank you.
Awesome dance, appreciate it. And look for her on a stage coming to you soon. Well, that's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed putting it together for you. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook. There you'll find some behind the scenes footage, some shots, a little bit of news on what's going on upcoming shows. Don't forget to check out our website, snapshotshow.com. Each episode has its own page with a gallery of high-res photos taken during that show, some links to our sponsors, all kinds of different stuff happening there as well. Don't forget to subscribe, that way you won't miss the next episode. And leave us your comments down below, good or bad. We want to know what you are thinking. We want you to help us make the show better. A big thanks to my crew, certainly couldn't have done it without you guys. Don't forget, get out there and shoot lots. Pixels are free. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.